안녕하세요.
Shalom.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, my name is DJ Kentaro from Nippon, Japan.
I think back when I was younger, everything was kosher. Days were longer, my family was closer.
I mean, hip hop culture, was brought to Israel, was imported. It wasn't obviously not from there, so it's still, I would say, even as much as it's been there for a while, it's in its infancy. There are incredibly talented people there, but it's a very small market, so it's close to impossible to survive. I was fortunate enough to be one of the few that really made it big and made an impact and pioneered the whole hip hop movement. In the Middle East itself, I mean, you can tell that hip hop is growing and growing and growing. I've done a lot of collaborations with Turkish artists in the past few years. The sour relations between Israel and Turkey, the music, is bridging. Like we're communicating with the young, with the younger hip hop crowd, and they're getting to see a different side of what an Israeli is about, and not what they see on the news from their press. And the same from my side, to get to see and talk and relate to people that love hip hop just like me. So it's a wonderful tool to bridge gaps and reach new markets.
Every other day could be a last, that's the motto. And the sun goes black, there's no more daylight. And the gats go black, cause they don't play right. It's not a play fight, it's like a lead monsoon. Cause life's short like a shadow at noon.
10 seconds to lift off, about to blast off, get lost, get tossed out in the ether. Come back as a skinny white Rick Ross, jumping like crisscross, follow the leader.
Canadian scene up there for hip-hop music is a lot more independent. There's not a whole lot of external influence, pressure from whatever labels, that kind of thing you might get down here. It's everybody kind of doing their own style and their own thing up there, and that's just across the entire country.
It's just refreshing, really, for us. We're just making music that we really want to make, and music that we're listening to, kind of like a blend of electronic mixed with some feel-good hip-hop, and just stuff that we listen to and that we want to put out.
무엇보다 레게 음악이라고 하는 것이 민족의 어떤 전통성을 보여주는 것이라고 한다면은 저희들이 오늘 밤 우리나라의 전통을 레게 음악으로 표현할 수 있지 않을까 그렇게 생각합니다.
저희가 아무래도 한국에서 레게 음악을 연주하고 있으니까 한국의 아까 형이 말했던 것처럼 한국의 전통과 레게 음악의 만남이 저희가 지금 작업하고 있는 저희의 과정이라고 생각을 하고, 앞으로도 한국에서 레게 음악이 어떻게 비벼지는지 비빔 프로덕션의 윈디시티를 통해서 확실하게 확인하실 수 있을 것 같습니다.
네, 그리고 무엇보다도 저희가 레게 음악을 통해서 한국 사람이 가지고 있는 그런 좀 맛깔스러움을 미국 여러분들에게 전해드리고 싶습니다. 그러니까 앞으로 자주 뵈었으면 좋겠고요. 잔치가 났네, 잔치가 나.
There might not be any Taiwan bands play in South by Southwest, but these 5 years there are more and more Taiwan bands. They are coming to South by Southwest and perform in South by Southwest. I think we bring some music from Taiwan and let everybody know what Taiwan music sounds like.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to stop what you're doing so we can come together like a family reunion. Let the music take control, I see your hands are grooving. Gravitating to my soul, I feel the spirit moving.
Working on an album that I want to release later in the year called Hypocrite. It's an album of mine like none of mine in the past. It is my most mature album, I think, given that just got married, fatherhood, and I would think undeniable element in terms of where I drew inspiration for this project, my faith. These last 2 years have been an incredible journey in terms of just growing with God, walking with Christ. And when I say walking with Christ, I take it more than just as a figure of speech. I'm talking about literally, even as I walk down this street, I literally feel like I'm walking with Christ in many ways, meaning absorbing everything, trying to look at it from not just my own perspective, from that perspective.
Welcome you with open
本当に日本人としてここに来れたのすごい嬉しいし、まあコントラストっていう2枚目のアルバムが忍者チューンから出て、まあ今アメリカでも多分流通してるし、ぜひ聴いてほしいんで、まあ本当に世界中のフューチャリングアーティストとまあ日本のアーティチュードをこうミックスして、まあ俺のバイブスを聴いてもらえると思うんで、ぜひ聴いてくれ。
Yo, what's up? This is MC Jin.
We are Sweatshop Union.
DJ Kentaro.
Shy 360.
And you are now watching Blastro.
아리아리 동동동동동동동동동동동동동.
Step in the game like